here, but Emerson gonna clear Mayato. Not gonna go low. He's gonna try and fake the 48. Travato using the inside lane. Mayato now up half a groove. The second position looks for his first race win. Oh, hard contact. Mayato up in the air, up on the hood, on top of the Geico machine. All over his back bumper. He's gonna have to be very tactical with his moves. Oh, and hard under braking. Travato nearly locked it up there. See, very big slide out of turn number 1. Comes Chris Samar, Kevin Cornelius. They're going to make a charge in the third lane. Is it too little, too late? Are they going to have the run out of turn number 4? Mark Emerson down low. They're all going to wreck. Dennis Fairclough in the lead right now. Here comes Nick Gardner. Hello and welcome to the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series, live tonight from the World Center of Racing here at Daytona International Speedway for the Southside Plastics Duels. The season starting back up here in the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series tonight in the Next Gen NASCAR Cup cars. 4 qualifying duels to set up the order for next week. We'll have a 15-minute qualifying session and 2 25-lap duels, and we'll recognize a lot of drivers in this series if you've been watching over the last couple of seasons. Right now, AJ Stravato fastest here in the practice session as he barrels into the pit wall. And so excited to have some new sponsors on board here this season, help bring the action to you each week. Barton Sports has come on board as the title sponsor of the series. Check them out at the description of the video below, and also check out tonight's race sponsor, Southside Plastics. Right down there as well. Southside Plastics is our go-to online shop for disc golf. They specialize in premium discs from your favorite manufacturers. You find the best discs so you don't have to go to southsideplastics.com. They're giving you 15% off your next purchase, and you can use code BTDY at checkout to save 15% there. That is an awesome deal. Head back to the action. Should be getting going with the qualifying session. Just a moment. Dallas Sullivan is out on the racetrack. Recognize some of the other sponsors ticking down there in the bottom right. Sailor Tarot Magic, Drops. Also see Dialed In Racing. Butts Mobile Home Park is a new one here this season. Cool to have them on board. Very generous donation to help keep this series moving along. Simulators Anonymous as well has come back on board as a sponsor. And always awesome to see those guys out here on track. A few of them racing tonight. Find a couple of those guys. Don't see. Actually, Robert Gilmore is on track. The number 40 machine. He is back this season. I look to continue improving and more competitive this season. Plenty of time in the qualifying session to get your lap in here, but it is just 2 laps. And tonight's weather, 83-degree air temp, 84-degree track temp, so not too hot, not too cool, but not really all that big of an issue at this racetrack either way. 2.5 miles is super high banking here in the corners. It means that you could pretty much go as fast as you want, hard on the throttle as you can go, as we'll ride on board here with Dallas. He's going to start up lap number 2. Across the stripe there. He runs a 49.064. That will put him at the top of the charts for the moment. Thomas Brendel gets a lap in. Eric Lambert now goes to the top of the board with 48.68. And the Emanuele right there behind him as the order's shuffling there. That is the helmet cam we've got on the drivers here this evening. Luke Nupp, like a new driver here in the series. Then into a Shine Machine, and Martin Sports on the hood as well. Currently 8th position. Miles Morse also out here. I can find him. 31 car, a new driver as well. Got Scott Martin in the 67 of Martin Sports. Handful of other drivers out here making their first starts in the series. Alec Martinez goes to the top of the charts, and Alec, you've been hearing in the booth with myself for some of the BMW Car Club of America racing on Thursday nights. He'll be up in the booth here after his qualifying duels, but he's trying to get the pole, and he might be able to commentate with me for both races here tonight. What's up, Epidemic? And what's up from the 19 pit? That car who finished runner-up in the championship, he's gonna sit second right now on the board. Lane Sulfridge trying to complete lap number 2, gonna look to improve here. 48.69. Matches his first lap time there, goes 16th fastest. AJ Stravato, season champion a few seasons ago. He'll sit 20th right now, not where he wants to be. My auto only got, he may have had a scoring and timing issue there. The 36 machine returning back to his dark greenish colors there. Eric Gallian making a return to the series. Great to see him back out here. And joining Team Red Speed. Eric gets his first lap in, a 49.09. Good enough for 37 out of 39. We do have 40 drivers tonight, so be right around 20 drivers per duel. Very impressive turnout for this race. More information about Southside Plastics, the race sponsor tonight, is in the chat. Just put the coupon code and the link to that website. So check them out. They offer a lot of disc golf discs. Myself not being an expert in that field at all, I did take a quick browse of their website. Looks like they have some awesome stuff. All kinds of merchandise related to disc golf. As Eric Gallian will go to 8th position, and Eric was he was really showing some speed before he left about a season and a half ago, and finally returning back to the league here. Up a good time here in his first time back. Dave Ferris currently sits the only driver to not make a qualifying time. Wait for him. Him out on track as well, returning for Team Red Speed. But about 8.5 minutes left of qualifying. We are going to go to a quick commercial and be right back with the start of this race. And starting grid, it does appear Alec Martinez should get the top spot. Congrats to him. And Joshua Abbey, top 2, who should be locked into that front row. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Welcome to V-Speed, your home for sim racing excitement, providing dramatic moments from iRacing and beyond. We offer broadcasting for leagues across iRacing with specialized packages to help grow your league and advertise your sponsors.
I think, and right now Stravato with that advantage.
It's half a car length the difference between first and second. Going into turn one, he gives the bumper to Connor Horn.
These two have gone all year to get to this point. Jacob Shorba drifting up the racetrack. They make contact. The 88 goes around. The 95 goes around. The 12 caught in it.
Our design team can help you create anything from paint schemes to sim rig parts with expertise in both 2D and 3D design with 3D printing capabilities. Looking to get into broadcasting yourself? We can help you design and operate custom overlays to make your stream look as professional as possible. Our team can create and manage custom merchandise sales for you and your team. Check out our shop to see what we have in stock and how we can create some awesome merch for you. Check out our race replays on YouTube or catch us live weekly on Twitch. Visit us at vspeedsim.com to see how we can help you on your iRacing journey.
Back at the racetrack now, still a few minutes remaining before tonight's event. Alec Martinez still sitting at the top of the board. Looked like Safe Ferris did not end up taking a lap time, so he is going to run out of time to do so. He will start towards the back of one of our duels here tonight. Alec Martinez, he should have locked himself in to the pole position for the opening race next week in the number 18 machine. We're used to seeing Alec very competitive out there, and he'll be joining us here in the booth in just a little bit. Some rule changes for this season here in the Below the Double Yellow Cup series. They are going to be switching to no stages in any of the races this season. It's going to be straight through, no concern for strategy regarding stages, and that is going to be a big change of pace here. Also, the championship is going to be won in a very different way than what you may be used to seeing from real NASCAR, as well as other leagues around iRacing. They're going to be doing I believe it is a 12-race regular season. Scratch that, actually. I believe it is a 13-race regular season and then a 7-race chase. So it's not going to be rounds or elimination. It's going to be a 7-race straight-up championship at the end of the season amongst the top 12 drivers to decide who is going to be champion of the season. Seth Hatchell has won the last 2 in a row in the old format, and we'll see if he can go 3 in a row in a different format. He's been very consistent with at least 2 wins each of the last 3 seasons. Going to have to try and do even better than that, I think, with this new format. Zach Carr going to try and actually cash in this season. He ended up second, even though he dominated last year. Just came up 1 position short at the end of the last race, behind Seth Hatchell, who came up with a clutch victory and really had a fantastic stretch there the last 10 races of the season. So credit to him as well on that. So a full field tonight should be very exciting. And apologies if my voice is not up to par with what it usually is. I was at the Buffalo Bills game on Saturday night, and man, what an experience. And I definitely lost my voice. It's the first time that's ever happened to me in my entire life. So that's why I sound a little bit different here tonight, but it doesn't affect the broadcast all that much. Alec Martinez still sitting atop the board here. We should be hearing from him in just a few moments. If jump up here in the booth with me. Again, want to thank all the sponsors: Southside Plastics, Hutton Sports, all the other great sponsors that help make it happen. All the league admins and drivers for coming out tonight, and hopefully going to be putting on a show for us for tonight's race. As the clock winds down on the qualifying session. Take a look here. Hopefully we do get a actual starting grid. I know these heats sometimes do not work. They are not going to work specifically for this format. We'll go this way. Alec Martinez going to be starting up here on the front in tonight's first dual race. 25 laps to capture spot on the front row, or actually it's going to be the spot in row number 2. Martinez locks up the pole position here tonight. Congrats to him. He'll be joining us in the booth for heat number 2. Zach Carr going to be rolling off from second here in dual race number 1. Seth Hatchell going to be starting from the 3rd position in his new look number 8. Ryan Gemmel, his teammate, going to be starting alongside in the 4th position. Teammates there. Kenny Bishop going to be rolling off from 5th, a new driver in the series. Alan Dice starting from the 6th position. Nice looking car from Alan. Great job there, Dennis Faircloth. Eric Hutton rolling off from 7th here tonight. Good to see him back. Jeremiah Vincent starting from 8th. Miles Morse will be starting from the 9th position, and rounding out the top 10. Lane Sulfridge in the Hot Wheels machine. Kyle McGarvey starting from 11th. Robert Gilmore going to be rolling off from the 12th position. Nick Starling starting from 13th. Dennis Faircloth starting from the 14th position. Cody Adkins 15th. Angelo Ronas returning as well. He'll start from 16th. Timmy Emanuele starting 17th. Jordan Shepler, his teammate, going to be jumping to outside there in 18th. Jordan Brockle starting from the 19th position, and Keith Mayato going to round out the field here in duel number 1. We are underway here, under pacing for this first heat. First dual race, I should say. I'm gonna slip up and probably say heat a few times too many. But I want to thank all of you for joining us out here tonight to open up the season. Cheer on your favorite driver. Let us know you're out there. Hit that subscribe button if you've enjoyed what you've seen already. A lot of good action yet to come. It's the next gen machines out here tonight for season 5 of the Below the Double Yellow Cup series. So looking forward to this after about a 6-week break. We are going to get back at it here from Daytona, the World Center of Racing. Here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Martinez and Carr, two of the top drivers, joined by two of the V-Speed machines, including last year's champion, Seth Hatchell. We work towards the start-finish line. Pace car makes the hard left-hand turn, and we're underway here in 2022 for the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series. Somehow switched away from the 18 machine there and it switched the camera to the pace car. Not what we were wanting to look at. But down the backstretch, Martinez with the advantage. The push from the 8 machine. Up high it is Gemmel giving the assist to the 27 of Zach Carr, but they are not moving in the right direction. See if they can get any kind of momentum going here. As working towards the start-finish line to complete lap number 1, it is Alec Martinez, Seth Hatchell, and Alan Dice pulling away from the rest of the field. Something interesting about these race cars, you can actually kind of tandem draft, and that's what we're seeing here. These top 3, they are synced up, and they are driving away as Kenny Bishop to the inside of Zach Carr for the 4th position, not able to pull out in front as they start to stall out. The top 3 continue to drive away. Got to be careful of those temperatures. Don't want to lose that engine here so early on. As a few more cars slip on by the 27 machine. It's going to move Nick Starling now down to the inside. Going to try and challenge to take away the 7th spot. As this is the look from his back bumper. Little different looking race cars, but they race about the same here at these super speedways, if not a little bit better than the package they had in the Gen 6 machines. As that is a car down on the apron there. I think Robert Gilmore possibly. Yes, it was Jordan Brockel, number 84 Toyota. Got shoved out of line. Now he is in danger of losing the draft. He'll have to try and push hard to keep up as we've got a car in the wall. That is one of the Sulfridge machines, the 71, and no yellow flag. As Carr through the grass, Timmy Emanuele gonna collect the 40 and the 71. His caution will fly here early on in this race. Let's go take a look. What happened here exactly? Lane Sulfridge, the 71 up on the high side. Robert Gilmore down low, loses control of the car. They get into each other, up into the wall they go. And that was Timmy Emanuele trying to take evasive action down through the grass. Just did not slow up in time, collects the 40. And then the 71 gets into it again. Keith Mayato just able to skate by there, it looks like. Let's go to the front end camera here. That 39 skating up the track. See him here just at the last second. There he is up the track and nowhere for Lane to go. How about Keith Mayato? Easy float up right here to avoid it all. And we saw that was Jordan Brockel shoot through the gap at one point here. may have been someone else entirely. Thank you, ATL Reality, for the description here on YouTube. Appreciate that very much. Alec Martinez still your race leader, the number 18. Be out in front of Seth Hatchell, Alan Dice, Kenny Bishop, and Miles Morse, the top 5. Get somebody up here in the booth to talk with us a little bit about what we just saw out there. Looked a little bit wild. We get Dennis Faircloth up in the booth. One of the fan favorites out there. Dennis Faircloth, Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I have some kind of a copy.
Well, Dennis, they looked a little bit crazy out there the first couple of laps. I mean, we're just getting going here, but you know, how's the car feel, and how does it feel to race these next gens out here tonight?
I mean, it's a little twitchy. I'm trying to hold it together, but I don't know if my force feedback's set right or not. But I don't know really what happened in front of me. I don't know if Robert thought we were 3 wide or didn't know if we were. I don't even know what we were doing, but we were just trying to sort out. I think not blaming anything on Nick, but Nick was in front of Robert, and like the past 2 laps, we just weren't going anywhere. We lost the first group of guys, so I don't know what was going on, but we were just kind of held up and getting antsy, I think. But very twitchy, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah, that's not something we're used to hearing about cars at these racetracks, so that's definitely something to be concerned about, I would think, with whatever the setup is. But you know, other than that, how do you feel about getting the season started back up here in Below the Double Yellow?
I'm looking forward to it. Just want to keep the wheels on the ground and try to be clean. Try to not bring the Faircloth meme back. You know, try to avoid that.
Yeah, you've made you know, great improvement here over the last couple of seasons, and you know, I think these cars are they're a different beast altogether. I think it'll level out the playing field a bit, and I think you might have a good shot here of making the playoffs, the chase, and having a good shot here at a good championship run. But anyways, we'll let you get back to it. Looks like you're going green next time around, so thanks for taking the time, and good luck out there.
No problem.
All right, Dennis Faircloth, the 80 machine. Great looking race car. He is one of the guys in the league here that paints a lot of the race cars on track. There's about probably 6 or so in this particular duel that he was able to work up, and you know, a big part of what makes this league one of the best dressed leagues, you could say. Thank you, sir. Kevin McGarvey, welcome, Thomas and Packer E00. Cheering on Joshua Abbey, who is not in this duel, but he'll be in the next one, and actually qualified 2nd overall, so he should be locked into the front row for the opening race next weekend, or sorry, next week. So used to racing being on weekend. But it's going to be next Tuesday, same time, right here on YouTube will be the opening race. This is just the qualifying duels, but already good action and some good speed out of these guys in the top 3. One of those guys right there at the point, that is Alec Martinez. He'll be jumping up in the booth with us for the 2nd duel. Work our way out of turn number 4. Could be getting going this time. Car makes the hard left-hand turn. Green flag back in the air. It is Alec Martinez going to get us rolling. Right behind him, it's going to be Alan Dice in the 5 machine, changing numbers from the 57. As there's Robert Gilmore rolling on the apron. Trying to get back up to speed here. 2 laps off the pace. No fast repairs in this league, so if you get involved in something, you've got to fix it. It's a lot more difficult And the goal at a place like this, definitely to survive. We see a little check up on the high side. Ryan Gemmel in the middle of all of that. Ryan, from my experience with him, really does enjoy these super speedway races. And right now trying to make some moves and climb up inside the top 10 after starting up in the top 5. He's fallen backwards just a bit. Starting on the high side, the V-Speed machine. And Zach Carr still holding tough on the high side. And right behind him, Hatchell, who has now gone the wrong direction. There goes Zach Carr. He'll jump to the inside, leaving Hatchell all by himself, leading the high side, except for Dennis Faircloth, who's moved up now to the 6th position. And Hatchell going to try and cut down to the inside. He will do so. Now Dennis Faircloth losing momentum like crazy. Not sure what just happened there, but he is off the pace. And the field just goes flying on by. And, he may be just dropping to the tail end, not liking what he's seeing, but everyone's single filing out. Well, Timmy Emanuele, who has some right front damage, got collected in that first wreck. Up inside the top 10 right now, the Italian colored machine. Red, white, and green. Right there in the 9th spot, number 39. Out in front still Alec Martinez. He has led every single lap of this first dual race after starting here on the front row. Alan Dice right there in behind him started 6th. Behind him, Miles Moore started 9th. Got some shaking and moving. About 6th on back. That is Zach Carr, who goes to the high side. Hatchell works his way underneath. He'll move up to 8th. Looking off the front bumper here of Jeff Hatchell. Riding in the 6th position, so he has recovered just a bit after falling outside the top 10. Oh, little bump right there. That was, who was that? Cody Atkins, possibly? No, that is, Kyle McGarvey, possibly? No, the 13. Sorry, Jordan Shepworth. Some new paint schemes out here I'm going to have to get used to. Jordan Shepworth, he got shoved down into the inside lane. I think that was Kenny Bishop who gave him the shot as they ride behind Jeremiah Vincent in the Napa car. New look for Jeremiah, who we become accustomed to seeing in a black machine. But now in the blue and yellow colors. Trying to hold off a hard-charging Jordan Shepler, who jumps to the high side. And there is Eric Hutton, a very good super speedway racer in the number 88 machine. He'll be working with the 9 car as they look out in front. There are 3 V-Speed machines in a row. And those guys have all gotten synced up at this point now, about halfway through the first dual event. Still Alec Martinez. Nobody has made a move on him. Nobody's making any moves up inside the top 5. Bit surprising to me, but see if Alan Dice elects to make that move. Apologies for the spam message. That is not what you want to see. How about this? Nick Starling up here in the top 5. He rides in front of the 3 V-Speed machines and in front of the LDR Vincent Motorsports machines there behind them. Kenny Bishop, that 4-car newcomer. If he's got any partners out here. Oh, big checkup though. Timmy Emanuele, he's going to jump straight to the high side. He's going to bring Cody Adkins with him, the 81 car. Both of those guys I know are, oh boy, close call. Timmy wiggling all over the place. And that's almost 3 wide. Cody Adkins almost shot the gap. And now Timmy's loose in the tri-oval. Made contact with Kyle McGarvey. And Timmy not happy with the handling of that race car. Possibly the right front damage playing a role. He will slot back down to the inside. And hang on to the tail end of this front pack. Jordan Shepler's fallen out of the draft, it appears. Then Dennis Faircloth, Robert Gilmore, Jordan Brackel, Lane Sulfridge all the outside of the top 16. And we heard Dennis with potentially force feedback issues. Looks like he's gotten out of the way. Close call there. Alec Martinez gets shoved down the racetrack by Alan Dice, who jumps to the high side. Here comes Miles Morse now going to take second away. And Nick Starling going to slot into third. And here goes the choo-choo train right on by the 5 machine. As Alan Dice, he's going to get freight trained all the way back to the tail end of this pack. That is the 84. Jordan Brackel back on the racetrack, 4 laps down. 19th position. He'll be starting towards the rear of the season opener next week. Cody Adkins, Timmy Emanuele, they've fallen out of the lead draft here. Potentially just working together, trying to stick together. How about Alec Martinez? Nearly lost it there through turn 4. Pulled a Kyle Busch save. Able to hang on to it. As the top 3 machines starting to pull a couple car lengths out in front of Ryan Gemmel. As yellow flag will fly. And that is the 81 of Cody Adkins, who's gone around. Let's go take a look at what happened to Cody. Oh, it's he and Timmy Emanuele. In the tri-oval, we've already seen these guys have some issues. Just pushing a little bit too hard, gets off center, turns the 81 around, and into the wall he goes. Driver's side first. Pretty hard hit there, and he towed it to pit road as it continued to slide along the wall. Into rest up there at the outside of turn number 1. Cody Adkins going to be done for the day, it appears, taking it behind the wall. He will start at the back of the pack next week. See what Alec Martinez and the rest of the field elect to do. Anybody's going to bring it down pit road or anything like that. Working out at turn number 4 right now. Alec Martinez, race leader, and he's going to bring it to pit road. No, he's going to fake it and stay on the racetrack. Does anyone bring it in? Gordon Shepler. And bring it on down. Below the double yellow here, Martin Sports on the side of that race car, as well as the other sponsors of this series. Nice looking car there, again painted by Dennis Faircloth, and Dennis still on the track with his force feedback issues, and just being a trooper out there, trying to get the best finish he can. Who do you think is going to win this first duel race? Right now, Alec Martinez, he has led every single lap. Their close call there with Alan Dice. Alan has fallen now to 10th for being in a really good position to potentially get a top 5 finish here. Alec out in front has led 18 out of 18 laps. Miles Morse up here in second. Let's see if we can pull him in for a quick word. Miles Morse, Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I hit clear.
Well, hey, Miles. Welcome to the league here. Good to see you out here tonight. You're running well here in second. Not too many laps left. What's the plan here if you want to share?
Well, I was gonna push the 18 to get some distance, and then we were trying to race it out for the last couple laps. But now with this restart, it's a new game plan. We just gotta shuffle down, try to get back on the inside line, and if cars want to help, I don't know how well this high line's gonna come in, but we'll see. I'm just gonna wing this one.
I know you're out here with the Martin Sports teammates. Anybody around here close enough to work with you?
Nope, I'm on my own, but we'll be all right.
All right, well, keep an eye on you then, and good luck out there here in your first race with the league, and we'll see how you do here in these closing laps.
Thank you very much.
All right. Miles Morse for the Martin Sports team. So there's a few on that team as well. Looks like Kenny Bishop is another driver up in that group there. Scott Martin as well, who's not in this duel. He'll be in the next one. And potentially a few more. Keep an eye on that 31 car up there on the high side. Going to be tough restarting from the high lane. Nick Starling right here. You know, Nick wants to get to victory lane. He did not find a checkered flag or a trophy last season in the Cup Series. Actually missed quite a few races for personal reasons, and did make it back later in the season, but very good on these super speedways. He's found a couple wins across a couple of the different series they have here. He'll be looking for another one here to kick things off in 2022. Pace car making the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Alec Martinez will lead him off and away. Green flag in the air. Not a good restart for Miles Morse as the inside lane gets the jump. The top three going to pull away, and Morse going to force his way down to the inside lane right there in front of the 88 of Eric Hutton. And you know, Eric probably didn't want to cut him any breaks, but give him an opportunity there to slot down in line. And now up on the high side, the V-Speed machines, Ryan Gemmel and Keith Mayato going to try and push that line towards the front. But right now, the top four have broken away, led by Alec Martinez. Got three wide deeper in the field. That is Kenny Bishop, Gordon Scheffler, and Angelo Ronis in the 22. Dennis Faircloth trying to get down in onto the inside lane. But it'll be 4 laps to go. We've gone single file now amongst the top 9. Zach Carr right there behind Ryan Gemmel. Kind of your lead pack, and then Keith Mayato now starting to close back up here from the 10th position. He's going to have a huge run closing in on Zach Carr. He's going to get right through his bumper. 4 laps to go. We'll see what kind of runs get organized here, but Alec Martinez still holding them all off. Going across the stripe here, 3 laps to go. Alec Martinez, he's led from the drop of the green flag here tonight. Nick Starling, Seth Hatchell, the 7, the 8, the 31 of Miles Morse. Eric Hutton in the 5th position. They're all going to try and make some moves here. How about Kyle McGarvey in 6th? He just narrowly avoided an accident earlier. He finds himself right up here in the mix. Jeremiah Vincent, Ryan Gemmel, Zach Carr, Keith Mayato, all of these drivers with a lot of success in this league. And Alan Dice as well back here, who has some damage. He's going to get a little tap. That's Dennis Faircloth shooting the gap in the middle. And the 5 car very squirrely up on the high side. But he hangs on to it, and Alan Dice, who was up in 2nd at one point, right now rides in 14th. 2 laps to go. it going to be Alec Martinez or someone else to make the move? Side by side, Jordan Shepler, Keith Mayato, so Angelo Ronis right there. Dennis Faircloth has marched forward after falling well off the pace earlier. And it's going to be coming back to the white flag this time. Hopefully they make it through 3 and 4. But they are starting to wiggle. Some drivers may be considering making the move here. Car right up to the wall. That was Kenny Bishop. Contact made. The 5 around hard in the wall. Alan Dice up in the air. All 4 wheels off the ground. And we're going to go to overtime in dual race number 1. What a hit right there for Alan Dice. Going to collect the 84 of Jordan Brocchiello, who's minding his own business. That was the 5 and the 4 machines at the source of that one. Look, Alan Dice right there behind Kenny Bishop. Jordan Shepler gets into him, and then Alan just goes around, and what a hit. That car just catapults right into the air. As let's go on board with him here. Loses control, can't ever recollect it. Oh man, that is sickening. Not a good feeling when that car flies off the ground. Big hit right there. That'll end his race. Alec Martinez is going to have to hold these guys off for a few more laps. Alan has brought it in. We're going to see if we can get a quick word with him after his quick trip to the infield care center. Alan Dice, Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, Alan, you were up there mixing it up in the top 5 for a bit of this race, and things have gone downhill here. A big hit on the outside wall. Got crazy racing there at the back of the field. Can you run us through what happened?
Yeah, earlier on, bump drafting with Alec, and I got shuffled up high after I bumped him. It kind of pushed the car up, and then kind of got freight train there, went to the back. And then in that accident there, I don't know. There was a big checkup in front of me, and I was closing the gap, and I got on the brakes, and it was 3 wide next to me, and there was some net code from what I looked at in their replay, and I just kind of got squirrely and right into the wall. So we'll try again next week.
Yeah, you'll have to be starting towards the rear of that race. Looks like right around the probably 35th position or so. How do you feel about racing in these next gens and trying to come from the rear in one of these?
I guess we're going to wait till the last 5 laps because that's what it feels like. These are very single file. I'm not a fan so far, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make some adjustments and stabilize them a little bit more. It seems they're a bit squirrely here tonight, but tough luck here tonight, Alan. We'll be looking forward to seeing if you can get them next week.
Yep, sounds good.
Right. I put them in the... Found his way. Okay, very good. So Alec Martinez, the race leader here. Pace car lights are off. Nick Starling going to be to his outside, so that's going to be a disadvantage for Nick this time, who's in a good spot for the last restart. And now Seth Hatchell going to be in the 3rd position. Seth somehow finding his way back up here. Got a pretty good handle on these race cars, it appears. Back-to-back champion, going to try and open things up potentially with a win in the dual race. A car that's very reminiscent of old Dale Earnhardt Good Wrench machine. Got black number 3, and he's got the dark black number 8 machine here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how things shake out. These top 4 have been up in the mix quite a bit of this race. Eric Hutton as well. He's been right up here. And I would expect Eric to make a move at some point during this this last little bit here. Ryan Gemmel, Jeremiah Vincent as well. Those drivers not afraid to make some moves. Here we go. Going to have our first attempt, and I think only attempt at overtime. We'll have to see how it shakes out. The Alec Martinez. Nick Starling on the front row. Pace car making the hard left-hand turn. And we are off and away for overtime in dual race number 1. Alec off to a really good restart here. He's going to have Hatchell all over his back bumper as they are pushing away from the field. Hutton stuck side by side with Nick Starling. Now he breaks free. He'll try and track down the top 2. And Jeremiah Vincent going to be right there with him, as they are getting stacked up behind the 9 car. That is Zach Carr, Keith Mayato. You've got Miles Morse, Kyle McGarvey, and they are pushing hard. Getting a little bit wiggly is the 42 off the racetrack, able to hang on to it. It'll be the white flag this time. We are squirrely out of the corner there. They'll survive into the trial. Well, here we go, wrecking hard into the wall. Green flag stays out. We've got the white flag lap. Cars wrecking. That was Timmy Emanuele and others, but Alec Martinez, he'll take the white flag as the race leader. Is he going to make it back around out in front? There's Eric Hutton in the 3rd spot. Hatchell in 2nd position. Not going to be able to make a move. I don't think he's going to have the help, but he does jump outside. And here comes Hutton. He's not going to go with him. Hatchell going to try and do a side draft. Not going to work out for him, I don't think. He may very well just get shuffled a little bit farther back. He is going to lose some spots. Here comes Hutton. Is he going to make a move? Alec Martinez through the last stretch here. Cars wrecking. Mayato up and over. Alec Martinez wins. A lot to unpack there from that race. But Alec Martinez is going to win dual race number 1. Very fitting that he's going to be up here in the booth commentating race number 2, but he leads every single lap. What was a wild finish. Let's go take a look here at if we can get a view of Keith Mayato, who went up and over. Got a little bit loose there down on the apron, and then cars all over the place. Just, man, he was on his lid nearly. Comes across the line in the 12th position. Alec Martinez is the race winner here for dual race number 1. Let's get him up here in the booth. Is Alec Martinez. Got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, very fitting that you won the race and you're going to join me here in the booth. But,
I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, obviously you led every single lap in that one.
Yeah.
Heck of a job out there, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric Hutton, for sticking with me there. Great teammates. Great having teammates in these races. So, how about it? Good way to start off the season. Getting a dual win, getting a pole. So, 2 for 2 so far, and looking forward to calling this race.
Yeah, it was very exciting there those last few laps. So it'll be nice to have you up here to help me cover the action. But you win the dual race and jump right up here in the booth with me. Very, very convenient. And let's go through the starting grid here for dual race number 2. Joshua Abbey going to be starting from the 1st position. Bradley Wilson rolling off from 2nd. Dallas Sullivan, he'll be starting in the 3rd spot. Eric Gallian, who's returning after a hiatus, he'll start from 4th. Eric Lambert starting from the 5th spot. Dustin Logston starting from 6th. Luke Knupp starting from the 7th position. Kevin McGarvey going to be rolling off from 8th. Jeremy Clapper-Newell, he'll be starting from the 9th spot. Rounding out the top 10 is Chris Simard, rolling off 11th. AJ Stravato, 12th is going to be Reggie Ortega in the VRL machine. Jeremy Stanley starting 13th. Zach Smith 14th. Thomas Brendel starting from the 15th position. Dennis Steele 16th. Scott Martin going to be rolling off from the 17th spot. Kevin Cornelius rolling off from 18th here tonight. And Daniel Cunningham going to be routing out the field in 19th. Lee Fair is not on track. I don't think he'll be running in tonight's race. But Alec, man, got crazy out there. We saw cars sliding and really out of control. What was it like out there?
Yeah, leading the race for most was interesting, but with this new car, the steering is really fast. It's a lot numb in IRS. I'm not sure if it's like that in real life, but it's really fast, and nobody I don't think is used to it yet. And with these new cars, the way the steering is, it's very very fast and quick in the response. So getting a push, you have to wheel it around. These cars are very unstable when getting a push. But it seems like we're having a hard time running double file. I don't know what it is. I'm sure we can once there's an update with iRacing, but hopefully we can run double file next week when we have more cars. But with 20, it seems like it's a little hard to get double file. I feel like if you're the leader, and if the both lanes are side by side for the lead, I feel like you can easily run double file if you have enough cars on the outside. But I don't know. We'll have to see in this race and see how more aggressive these guys are. As we're green.
Yeah, green flag in the air for dual race number 2, presented by Southside Plastics. I'll give another shout out to those guys for sponsoring tonight's event. You can learn more about them at the description of the video here tonight on YouTube. They'll also be bringing a couple races to us later in the season as well. So big shout out to them. As we are underway here in dual race number 2, and Bradley Wilson out in front. Saw Bradley with some success last season as well, but was just not able to really keep the car out front, for a very long time. He did have some good speed though, and already showing it here at Daytona.
Great push from Eric Gallian, giving him a bump on the start on the outside lane. Those two instantly in a two-car tandem up to the front here as we see 3 wide in the back of the pack shuffling around with Reggie Ortega and a few other guys in the back. It's going to take me a while to get used to everybody, and we've got a lot of new faces, which is really good for the league, and excited to have them on board.
Yeah, definitely excited to have all these new guys out here. 40 cars showed up tonight, and that's just awesome. And I'm looking forward to a full field Daytona race next week. That's gonna be exciting.
It will be for sure. Hopefully not in the 40-car Congo line. Hopefully, but I feel like that racing will be for most of it. We'll probably be trying to. You just never know. It's all about how these guys race each other in the pack, and I'm looking forward to seeing what 40 cars can do next week. Yeah, and here at Daytona with this new car.
Yeah, speaking of Conga line, we are single file the entire way through right now. Guys, a bit more orderly than dual race number 1, where we saw a ton of side-by-side action, everywhere throughout the entire race. So
for sure, watching the first race definitely had these guys think about what is the best for them to do, and I think they're thinking single file right now. As you see one car peeking out of line, I think that's Kevin Cornelius in number 17.
Yeah, he is in the 16th spot, slots back down to the inside lane there. And he's in the wall.
He's in the wall.
No!
Trouble.
Dustin
that
Logston.
looked like something weird had to happen there as Cornelius gets into Longston, and
he just
what a hard
disconnected. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. All of a sudden, just super slow. Got down to the inside, and the car just
high to trouble in the front stretch. Travato gets into somebody. Down to the inside wall. Luke Knapp spinning back up the track. Able to save it. What a save by Luke Knapp, but he's still trying to get it saved in the grass. Gets it back up the track. Woo, my goodness. Oh, hard hit. Dustin Longston hard in the wall. No caution. It's a hard hit, and things just keep getting worse for Dustin Longston already.
Let's see what happened here with Luke Knapp and AJ Stravato. Stravato went to the inside, and the 97 just came down and cleared himself.
It seemed like Knapp might have left a hole for AJ there, and Stravato just tried to take advantage of that and got into the left rear and just spun him to the inside.
Yeah, and man, what a hit there for the 51. That is a massive impact. We saw one from Alan Dice in the last race, kind of similar to that, where the car flew entirely off the ground, all 4 wheels, but ended up landing on all 4. But hard hits already tonight, and not what you want to see in these brand new next gen cars.
For sure. Unlike real life, we don't have a shortage of supplies, luckily, but for sure will affect your starting spot into next week. But man, I noticed these cars are really weird. I guess it's with the new underbody and underwing, hitting the apron and getting back up. You really you almost can't even control it by hitting that apron. I noticed that under caution just going on it. It's really really interesting in how these cars actually react. I'm not sure if that's how they would react in real life, but yeah, these cars are definitely more of a handful when getting on an uneven surface.
Yeah, we saw that be the case multiple times. We saw Timmy Emanuele have a couple issues during that first race, and then also Alan Dice, like I mentioned, and a few others. But you got a little bump in the middle of a corner that sent you down to the apron there. You had to make a save in that race, and that was probably pretty exciting from your perspective.
Yeah, it's kind of just chilling in the pack, and then I got a bump from, I think it was Alan, and yeah, it kind of got me squarely off of 4 and able to save it, gather it up, but I know it kind of hurt his race. But yeah, it's these cars are definitely more unstable. I noticed getting a really hard push. The Chevys are at a disadvantage with the way the noses are pointed on the Camaros, and I feel like in the Toyotas and in the Fords, you can, with the flatter surface of the nose, you can kind of hit each other better.
Yeah, that seems like it's kind of always been the case with the Chevys. They've got that more distinct point there at the front.
Ever since they got rid of the SS, it kind of went downhill for them on super speedways with pushing ones. I don't know why. I mean, the Camaro does look nice. It just, they seem to struggle on super speedways with pushing guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we're single file here, but you've seen a guy trying to make moves. That's Reggie Ortega, the number 2 Virtual Racing League Chevy Camaro. I feel like what I noticed is you can get big runs. Oh, I almost contact with the 77, but you can make big runs in these cars. You just can't take them anywhere with the side draft being so massive. You kind of stall each other out, and you can't really make any moves. But I'll give it to Reggie here. He is definitely making some moves, trying to get up to the front here.
Yeah, he just got a spot away from Kevin McGarvey, and he's been trying to get past him for like 3 or 4 laps now. Finally does do so with the 77 going up the hill, and we've seen also a lot of these guys who fall to the tail end of the pack like this, they just fall right out of the draft. Dennis Steele, another example, he's about 10.5 seconds back. That happened to him. It looks like Jeremy Clapper Newell as well, with the same problems, and then Luke Nupp with avoiding a couple wrecks right there. He's all the way back here, about 26 seconds off the leaders. So
yeah, we got about a 12-car pack, I believe. Sorry for stepping on anything.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, Reggie Ortega, the last one there. So he's got to be careful not to check up too much, or he might suffer the same fate as those drivers.
Yeah, I noticed that you can, if you lose momentum, Eric Lambert has disconnected from the server. That's not good. He was running, I believe, in the top 5. That's not good for Eric. But yeah, I noticed that you can lose the draft if you don't keep up enough momentum when getting shuffled out to the outside. You could easily lose it if you fall about the 4/10 mark, as you see Ortega's trying to side draft. I believe that's Daniel Cunningham in the 54 Rowdy Energy Machine. Just can't get anything with it. You stall out so much trying to side draft, and let's see if Reggie, if he's able to keep the momentum that he's going to lose here.
Yeah, able to hang on to the pack for the moment. Here he comes with another run. It seems like once you get outside that immediate buffer right there, the car sucks right back up, but just not able to go anywhere with it with no help on that high side.
For sure, the side draft's really, like I said, it's really big. I'm hoping that gets updated in the near future with because I don't feel like it's as realistic as it is in real life. Seems like they're able to run side by side much more easier than we can, but like I said, if they get racing for the lead, the racing's usually pretty good if you get enough cars up for the outside. I know we're almost halfway through this, and by the end of the race, I would expect Gallian and Abby to try to make a move here, along with Sullivan, Brandel, and Stanley.
Yeah, and Reggie Ortega, he did get by Daniel Cunningham right there to take 11th away. Got Martin right here in front of him. He's going to receive a big push through 1 and 2, and now down the backstretch. They space out a little bit, but Reggie just continuing to be very aggressive with pushing people and trying to make these moves, desperate to get up there inside the top 10.
For sure. See, Reggie's trying to peek out to that outside. gets back in line here. Weird thing with these cars as well, I don't know if you notice, I'm sure the viewers kind of notice, they're much different looking cars than the Gen 6 with the rear diffuser, and you can't really see, but under the car is a complete cover, the underwing of this car where the diffuser is. Definitely affects more of the air, and I feel like the draft's actually bigger in these cars than it was in the Gen 6 cars. Just the side draft is a little different with the way these cars are so symmetrical on the sides. Definitely a lot different there, but these cars have a lot of different changes, and it take a while to get everybody used to this, and especially when we go on the bigger tracks and the short tracks, we're going to have 670 horsepower along with a 4-inch rear spoiler. Really make these cars on edge as we go into long runs on bigger tracks, especially on worn out tracks as well.
Yeah, no side force really to save the car if you get a little bit past the limit. And one thing that's very interesting about the symmetrical bodies, and really the advantage of the next gen car compared to the Gen 6, is you could take this same exact car to any racetrack, just swap out the gears, maybe swap out a setup, your springs and shocks and things like that, but the body and the chassis are going to stay the same. You don't have to build yourself a separate race car to go to a short track or one for a road course. They're a symmetrical car and identical amongst each of those different types of racetracks. So a pretty cool advantage, and hopefully does save some teams some money in the long run, but going to be a very different approach to racing than what we're accustomed to.
For sure, definitely on the NASCAR side, I applaud NASCAR for doing a lot of testing with these cars and getting driver feedback, especially at the Charlotte test a few weeks ago or a few months ago, and getting and collecting data to make the racing better for us as the fans and watching. And hopefully iRacing gets some of that data and can implement it on the sim and make the racing better for us. Another thing that will hopefully transpire in real life and obviously here in the sim is the composite body. These cars are going to have separate pieces of body panels on the car that can be changeable. Say in a wreck where you might damage your right front fender, that can be replaced now, and even a back bumper or a front bumper can be replaced with these composite bodies.
And hopefully they'll take impacts a little bit better than the sheet metal, which seems to pretty much cut tires instantly if you make any kind of contact, which NASCAR is known for, getting a little bit rough at times. So you're going to want to have a car that can hold up to that, and it is nice that they've gone to this similar to the Xfinity cars. So
for sure, and Xfinity provided some amazing racing last year
Yeah.
on the short tracks and on the mile and a half. If you guys you could see on the race wins, door marks, wall scrapes. It's going to be fun, and these cars are going to get right into the bat and seeing contact made. Oh, as we see contact made there at the Coliseum, but man, what a save by, I think that was Chris Samard and Scott Martin there.
Yeah, as they are approaching the lap machine, that is Luke Knupp, who's going to get lapped by his teammate, and he is going to stay down on the inside, and everybody's going to have to work around him. This could get very interesting as they scatter.
See, AJ Stravato, and I believe that's Zach Smith on the bottom, who they're going to go double file. Oh, man, you can see Zach Smith gets loose there. Definitely a different thing we don't see on plate tracks often. These cars do get loose as we see 3 wide. Squeezing! Oh, he gets turned! Oh, it's the big one! Oh, what a hard hit by Zach Smith!
Oh, Chris Samard involved as well. Many drivers. It looks like Reggie Ortega got a piece of that one. Daniel Cunningham down through the grass. TJ Brendel, big hit there. That was the start of that one. He took him 3 wide to the high side, and it was on from there. Let's go take a look at that one.
Yeah, Thomas Brendel, I think, got 3 wide squeezed between, I believe that was that Stanley? Yeah, Stanley in the 60 car. They squeezed and it ran out of room real quick, and it turned the 34 around right in front of the middle of the pack.
Zach Smith, hard head-on, flying through the air. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Oh my gosh, that's the worst one we've seen tonight. And Zach Smith, we'll have to give him a call up from the medical center here in just a few moments, but he's able to get it to a complete stop. Looks like the window net is down, so he's able to get out. They take it back to the garage now, as Chris Samard also straight to the garage for him. Luke Knupp not involved in that. Let's see who else. So Reggie Ortega missing the front end. We also see Jeremy Stanley with no front end as well. So quite a few involved in that one, the biggest wreck of the night.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate situation running in a lap car, and I see there about maybe 6 or 7 clean cars got out of that wreck. We'll see here when some of the guys getting damage fixed, if they even, I think most don't have a front end or hood on their car. We'll see if some guys that got a little bit of damage, see how, as we said, the composite body will work on getting damage repaired. But I think mostly in that one, with Daytona being such a high-speed track, getting damage here will really hurt the car here.
Yeah, as AJ Stravato pulls it onto pit road, along with Reggie Ortega and a handful of others. Zach Smith took the big hit there. We'll see if we can talk with him. Was racing up there just inside the top 10 or right around it. See if we can pull him in the boot here. Zach Smith, Adam, the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Hey Adam, what's up, man?
Well, Zach, you took a pretty hard hit there. Racing hard, just right around the top 10, man. Explain, what happened from your perspective in that one.
I saw the 3 wide happening in front of me. Thought I was all the way down on the bottom, just got collected. It's unfortunate. It's my first laps in these cars anyway, so still trying to adjust that steering ratio.
Yeah, how is it feeling to you out there? I know we've seen a lot of drivers struggling with kind of the handling here, even on a super way, but how does it feel different to you?
Yeah, right before that wreck, my back end kicked out a little bit coming out of 2. That was a little loose I got there, and it seems when you let off the gas, it gets a little twitchy. But other than that, seems pretty similar to the existing Cup package.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been hearing. It feels a bit more twitchy than Gen 6 car, but a rough finish to the race here for you. Looks like you'll come home right around the 15th position. But it was fun watching you out there while we could, and hopefully better luck in next week's race.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Adam. Thanks for the broadcast, bud.
Thank you.
But
Nice. There we go.
I feel bad for Zach. He was having a good duel and just in a bad situation there. Things got bad real quickly. As we see here, I'm looking. We've really got about 8 race cars left on the track after this. Or at least clean cars that I could see. Stravato's got damage, rolling about 9th there, and Luke Knapp I think is fine, maybe a little left for damage, but be interested in seeing now. There's 8 cars. We're going to be coming, I think, with the restart with 6 to go here. It'll be interesting to see what we have, how these guys are going to race each other here. But yeah, it's definitely a lot. That wreck took out a lot of good race cars.
Yeah, that is for sure. And kind of looking like what was it? The Clash. Was it
in 2019? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 2020? No, 2020.
I can't ever remember which one
I think
it
there
was.
was only 4 cars left. I think it was Jones, Larson. I'm trying to think of who Newman and somebody else. And Dillon, Austin Dillon were left.
And then Denny Hamlin, a lap car,
yeah,
right?
Push the. If AJ Stravato can get a push and win this race with a beat up car, very Clash-esque. If he can do that, I don't know if that's going to happen, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can catch the field in time. He's working down the backstretch right now.
Yeah,
as those drivers.
Reggie too.
Yeah, Reggie. Nope.
Yeah, Ortega's got no front end.
He'll be restarting 9th though, so we'll see what he can do. I think he's not going to be able to do all that much, but you never know. Sometimes the damage is deceiving on the visual side of things. Pace car off onto pit road. It'll be Bradley Wilson and Eric Gallian. Green flag back in the air. Car on the apron already. That's Scott Martin.
If Gallian can get inside line here, he's going to need to pull back the 99. You see AJ Stravato getting a big run. In the back is Gallian's got a peek of the inside lines. Dallas Sullivan going to get right into his back bumper. And we're going to go single file again, but I don't expect it to last very long here. We're going to be coming to 1 to go pretty soon.
Yeah, 5 or 6 down there, single file on the inside, and then side by side. That is the 77 of Kevin McGarvey, alongside Reggie Ortega, who is hanging tough right here. A matter of time, I think. Yep, here we go. It's starting to drop like a rock.
Yeah, definitely starting to hurt McGarvey, and I believe that's the 95 of Clapper Newell, and I believe the 97 of Knapp as well are starting to get held up a little bit as we see 6-car breakaway here at the front. I believe Dennis Steele's the last car there. Let's see what these guys can do. We have 5 to go.
Yeah, 5 laps remaining in this one. It is Bradley Wilson, Joshua Abbey, Eric Gallian, Dallas Sullivan, Scott Martin.
Trouble in the back.
Yeah.
Ortega, able to save it. Definitely got these guys squarely in the back. Probably won't give them a chance to ever catch up now. As you can see, these top 2 cars, about a 2-car tandem here with Eric Gallian and Bradley Wilson.
Oh man, what a save though by Reggie Ortega. Just looking at the replay, he was full sideways and he held on to that race car. Incredible job there. His car definitely beat up. Able to continue on, at least going to try and finish this thing. 4 laps to go. Bradley Wilson out front.
Heck of a save by Reggie, like you said, man. See if there's another wreck. I doubt it. There's only 6 cars, but anything's possible here. Dennis Steele at the back, and he's got Scott Martin up right in front of him. And then these guys single file with Sullivan, Gallian, Abbey, and Bradley Wilson here.
Yeah, right now the top 2 being teammates as well. Martin Sports Machines, I believe. So we'll see what they can do to work together. Eric Gallian all by himself there for Team Red Speed. Then you've got Dallas Sullivan right there for, I believe that's Loaded Dice. And then Scott Martin, Martin Sports as well, and Dennis Steele. We got a good mixture. Yeah, a good mixture of teams left. Although it does seem that Martin Sports has the advantage. They've got half the cars out of these 6.
Yeah, for sure. They are looking really good where they're at right now. With the top 2 being teammates, we'll see if Joshua Abbey's going to want to make a run here. Right now, they're pushing each other. He's trying to break that air bubble that we see on these cars. If you ever see the top 2 cars, usually the second car, it takes a little bit for him to get close up to the leading car's bumper. It's because there's an air bubble we call the beach ball effect. It's just hard once you get a guy on your bumper being able to push you up to that lead car. It definitely helps break that bubble. But maybe Abbey's trying to build up a run here, trying to see if we can get Gallian to get to his back bumper here and try to get himself to the lead and make sure that if Abbey, I believe, wins, this still will be me and him, myself and Abbey, the top 2 in the qualifying, winning both the duels. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be very impressive for sure. And Joshua Abbey actually a race winner here in the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series. It was back in Season 2. He won right here at Daytona in the season opener. So he is definitely no slouch when it comes to these racetracks. He can find victory lane or at least find the front at the end of these races.
Trying to get bunched up here. Sullivan's looking high. Oh, he turns Gallian! Crashed into the wall! The top 3 wreck and the caution's out!
Oh, Eric Gallian up on his roof, able to get it rolled back over.
Oh.
But comes to rest right at the start-finish line. What a disaster there, as he will take it behind the wall. Oh my goodness.
Man. And that's just turning into the clash, as you said. Now we're only going to have about 3 or 4 good race cars that are going to be left, and everybody else is going to have damage, and we're going to be going into a green-white checkered situation with like 4 or 5 cars.
I can't believe that, honestly. They got, scattered there coming out of turn number 4, and then, that was Dallas Sullivan made the move and just barely clipped the 11. And up and over he went, and then Scott Martin also involved in that one. Dallas went sliding through the grass. Big hits, though, for Scott Martin, who came to rest on pit road after hitting the outside wall. He rolled all the way across the infield grass. Dallas Sullivan able to somewhat collect it here in the grass. But, big hits there, and you got to feel for Eric Gallian, who ran pretty much in the top 3 this whole race. He won't even finish this thing, I don't think.
Yeah, no, what a hard hit left side. I'm good to see him get out, but man, don't see many cars that have clean cars here. Gonna have to get the backups out for next weekend, as Joshua Abbey's not gonna pit, but Dennis Steele and Dallas Sullivan also coming in as well. So. Yeah, this is interesting.
Hey, why not try and get as much damage fixed as you can? Maybe fresh tires might help you. I don't really know how much the tires are going to play a role in the handling of these cars, but maybe it'll help just a little bit. And if he can get the damage fixed, might have a shot here, at least at still a top 5 finish. We've got 10 left in this race somehow.
Yeah, most of them have damage. Most of the guys are sitting on pit road, I believe, but Wow. Yeah. Interesting turn of events there. Dallas Sullivan just gets into Gallian there and gets into his right rear and turns him. Yeah, I think Bradley Wilson was hoping he made it to the line. I think caution came out about 100 feet before he actually got to the line to take the white. But this makes me think here, seeing Daytona, we're gonna have this exact super speedway package at Atlanta Motor Speedway on the new configuration repave. That's going to be interesting to see. I believe that's a chase race, so that'll be interesting to see how that track will do with this exact package. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, what a turn of events here.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's going to be an interesting race. We'll have to see how they run, when they get there in real life too. I'm very interested to see how that track performs. I don't have necessarily high hopes, but
Yeah.
I hope to be surprised.
I hope so too. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting things that's going to go on with this new car and seeing how it reacts to certain racetracks. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully iRacing will get it updated come Kentucky or Five Flags when we get there in the Below the WL Cup series. I'm looking forward to it though. I don't know what race we have during the March build, but or hopefully they're updated before the Daytona 500 next month. But we'll see. As we have one to green here, going to be a green-white checkered. Bradley Wilson, Joshua Abbey, Luke Knapp would have come back after getting turned there and being able to save it, along with Kevin McGarvey. And then I believe Clapper Newell's got some damage, along with Samard and the rest of the field behind him.
Yeah, this is it's going to be the 2 or 3 or 4 at the front that don't have that much damage, and then it's going to be best of the rest. Whoever can make it to the line without the engine expiring or without absolutely falling off here. But yeah, Bradley Wilson, you got to give him some credit though. He has led every single lap. That 98 car has been out front the whole time. That's very impressive. Very similar to what you did out there, Alec. It seems difficult to pass the leader.
It is, but you can build a run if you're in second. I saw Seth try to do that in the last lap of the last duel on me, and he was able to do it. If he would have had Eric to go with him or somebody to go right with him, he would have easily went on by no problem. But thank God for teammates. I believe Abby and Wilson are teammates, so it'll be interesting to see here. But I think with 4 cars and seeing what McGarvey and Nup can do, we'll be able to see. It'll be interesting. Maybe a 2-car tandem like the old plate races used to be for the win.
Yeah, and you can actually see that Luke Knupp and Bradley Wilson with identical paint schemes, just different numbers on those cars, and different manufacturers. One's a Mustang, one's a Camaro, but yeah, they're definitely teammates. So 3 of the top 4, and good jump on the high side.
Interesting. Wilson does not have a push here. Nupp's gonna push. Oh, he pushed Abby. Now he's gonna get behind Wilson, try to split these teammates up, but I don't believe he's got a push yet. It's kind of every man for himself right now. A little spread out as the 33 with no hood is in 4th.
And here he comes.
Oh my goodness, we might have a race on our hands here as McGarvey looks high, gets back low in line. He's gonna be coming to the white flag here as now we got a Q-car breakaway as Nupp and Wilson, but Wilson breaks the bubble, gets out ahead. It'll be interesting to see as we're coming to the white flag.
Yeah, I think those two are going to be inseparable here, but they may make a move on each other coming to the last, or out of the last corner. But it's 3 cars pulling away, and then you've got AJ Stravato and Reggie Ortega, of all cars left in this race, 4th and 5th, with heavily damaged race cars, but they're working well together. And if anything happens amongst the top 3, they might be in the captain's seat here.
You can see Nupp is starting to build that run behind. Let's see if he can build a run down the backstretch. He's got it. He just doesn't have a push from the 77 of McGarvey. He needs to build it down this backstretch so he can set up the run off of 4. McGarvey's not close to him yet. Bradley Wilson keeping the lead. McGarvey closing in on the 97. Is it going to be enough?
Yeah, I think it might be too little too late. 97 doesn't look like he's making the move. And here he comes, though. Big run. Generating in turn number 4. He's going to stick right with him.
Here. He's not going to be enough. Bradley Wilson's going to bring her home a winner.
Bradley Wilson leads every lap. The 98 takes duel number 2 as wrecking behind them AJ Stravato and Reggie Ortega. Might as well finish off those race cars.
Might as well, yeah.
So Bradley Wilson gonna go flag to flag in dual race number 2. So no lead changes at all between the two dual races. That's hopefully not a sign of things to come for next week, but seems to be the trend here tonight. So let's get Bradley up in the booth and talk with him. There we go. Bradley Wilson, Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you had a teammate there behind you, but led every single lap of dual race number 2. Were you guys planning to stick together nose to tail like that the whole way, or were you worried he might make a move on you?
There towards the end, I knew me and Luke both wanted to win pretty bad, so I was really getting ready to block and do whatever we can, but not take each other out, because we have to see each other at the end of the day. So definitely a hard-fought effort from the Shenandoah Shine guys. Definitely could have done it without him.
Yeah, definitely a really good performance from you here tonight. Between the two dual races, we didn't see any lead changes, so you found yourself, after starting second, you hang on to the race lead the whole way. And how does that make you feel, starting up towards the front for the season opener next week?
That definitely gets me pumped up, because I think we might be able to get the outside lane rolling just a little bit when it's the 3 of us, and definitely got to wait next week and see what we got.
They're looking forward to it and seeing how you do out there, or right back here at Daytona next week. So congrats on the dual win, and catch you then.
All right, thank you.
Bradley.
Right. And I believe we might have, what is this, just a warm-up race or a fun race?
Yeah, no, I have no clue. I don't think many people are going to do it here.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of I think it's like the way the session's set up.
Yeah.
But fun, interesting little races there. Hope the viewers enjoyed, because definitely interesting there.
Yeah, that was definitely, it was interesting to see that nobody could make a pass, or nobody really was able or attempted to make a pass, except for Seth Hatchell, and he just didn't have the help here. But really chaotic, and the cars look a little bit less stable than I expected. So we'll see if they look like that next week. But I do want to thank Southside Plastics for sponsoring tonight's duels. It is going to be yourself, Alec, on the pole, and then Joshua Abbey rolling off from the second spot. And then we'll fill out the rest of the field based on the dual finishing orders. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in here tonight. We will be back next week at the same time with this series. Also, don't miss the BMW Car Club of America right here on Thursday night. It'll be myself and Alec up in the booth, and that should be a really good one there. Alton Park in the BMW M8 G. So
For sure. Look forward to that.
should be a good one, and been a fun series so far to call. So catch us on Thursday night. We are headed over to Twitch as well for the V-Speed After Dark, so you won't want to miss that. We'll be right over there in just a little bit. It's twitch.tv/VSpeedSim. And again, thank you all so much for tuning in here tonight. Catch you later.